I love tea. What's up guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Emily Elizabeth May and I make videos to encourage, inspire and motivate you to live your best life. So today's video is all about self-love and I'm going to be teaching you my 3 top tips for self-love, which are super easy for you to implement into your daily life today. But make sure you stay to the end because I'm going to share with you exactly what I've been doing recently that has made such a huge difference. So I used to have a really negative attitude towards self-love. I think I didn't really understand it that well and that's why. So before we go over my tips, I just want to go over what self-love is first. It isn't about being arrogant. It isn't about showing off. It's not about you being the best and all that kind of stuff. It's just about loving yourself and being happy with yourself and who you are. It's not about you being better than anyone else. I recently wrote a blog post about self-love and I went over a few things in that and I'll link it in the description below if you want more of a read. But I basically talk about the fact that no one in the world is perfect. So that's the first thing you've got to understand. No one's perfect. Not me, not you, not the next person. But you know, people like Chris Hemsworth, Brad Pitt, they're close, very close. Okay, so let's get on to my tips. These are the 3 things and the only 3 things you need to know to be on your way to your journey to self-love. So my first tip is to accept. You've got to learn to accept flaws make you who you are. So going back to what I said about being perfect, no one's perfect. We've all got flaws. Everyone's got things about themselves that they don't like. So you've got to find a way to accept them and appreciate them and realize that they make you you and they make you an individual. So you can either choose to accept them or you can choose not to. But if you don't choose to accept them, you are punishing yourself and you will not be able to live your best life because you'll always be questioning these flaws and always be going over them and making them make you worry. And so in my eyes, the only option you have is to accept your flaws. If you don't, you will not be able to love yourself truly and you will not get the best out of your life. So my tip number 2 is respect. You've got to respect your body and your mind. So respecting your body means eating the right food and vegetables and having enough water, having enough sleep, and of course exercise. I must say I am not the best example for exercise. I really like my bed. It's really warm. But yeah, I do try get out every day at least for a walk. Just a 20-minute walk. I try get my heart rate up in that walk. I try walk really fast, like one of those professional walkers where your feet don't ever lift off the ground, you know? Isn't that weird? You've got to respect your body and your mind. Respecting your mind means watching the things that you're saying to yourself in your head. So the way that I try to look at this is when I say something bad to myself in my head about maybe my appearance or something about myself, I try to stop myself and I'm like, would I actually say that to a person that I love? Like, would I tell my best friend that she looks shit in that outfit? Probably not. Like, have a little respect. You have respect for your friends, you have respect for your family, so have respect for yourself. You've got to picture the relationship between you and yourself as really important, just as important as that with your family members or your friends. All right guys, we're up to my favorite tip, number 3, and that is me time. You've got to make sure you find time for yourself and that you're actually doing something worthwhile in that time. So if you're one of those people that really doesn't enjoy spending time by yourself, I challenge you now to change that because it's so important. And I have actually written a blog post about why it's important and the benefits of spending time alone and by yourself. So I'll link that in the description. I won't go into detail about that now, but I'll link it in the description. You do things like take yourself out for a coffee or go for a walk or spend a Friday night in by yourself. No one's gonna sue you. No one's gonna disown you as a friend because you didn't go out that Friday night. Like, spend some time by yourself, refresh yourself, and be with your thoughts. I love spending time alone. Like, I love my friends and I love my family and I love my boyfriend, but I love being alone. It's when all my creativity just sparks and I think about all these different things, and it's fantastic. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Oh, just to summarize, the only 3 things you need to know to be on your journey to self-love, and they are to accept, to respect, and to have a little bit of me time. All right, guys, so that's my 3 tips. But before you go, I'm going to share with you exactly what I've been practicing recently that's really, really helped. Recently, I have discovered the importance of self-love, and I've realized that I don't want to spend my whole life in a bad relationship with myself, because it seems to be passing by pretty quickly. Life is going really fast now, and I don't want to spend it hating myself. I don't want to spend it putting myself down. So I've been really taking note of when I say bad things to myself, when I'm talking to myself in my head and putting myself down, I'm telling myself I'm not good enough, I'm telling myself I can't do it, all these really terrible things. And when I do say that to myself in my head, I stop myself, no matter what I'm doing, where I am, anywhere, and I stop and I say, Emily, don't speak to yourself like that. Respect yourself. Stop. Whatever I've said, I can't do it. I turn that around to, you can do it. You're the best. You're bloody awesome. You can take over this world. You can be president or prime minister one day. You know, I'm really taking that moment and changing it and flipping it and turning it upside down and encouraging myself like I would to my friend. If that was my friend there saying those shitty things about herself, what would I say to her? Because you know what? I am my friend and I want to be my friend. And that's just the way self-love works. Guys, I would really like to hear if you have any tips on self-love. Right now, I'm just working on trying to be my own best friend. I'm being really, really chummy with myself, and it seems to be going really well. So leave comments below with what you're doing and what you're practicing at the moment for self-love. And I can't wait to hear from you. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Train's gone. Are you friggin' kidding me? Brad Pitt, he's not perfect. He's kind of perfect. Ta-ta, toodaloo.